So I have been talking to my counselor, Annie, for the past 3 months. And Annie has helped me better myself and boost my confidence. And she's answered questions for me that I didn't know. I didn't know the process of or where to go. So she's kind of helping me in that direction. And I didn't think that I could open up as easily and as fast as I did, but it has it has been easy, and she makes it easy to talk to, and I recommend letting it all out, putting it all out there, because otherwise you're just stuck in a rut with all these feelings and they just get bottled up, and it is just not good. So Um, the email, the messaging, and the video chats is very helpful for me because of my busy schedule for work and school. And she's available all times, and I can schedule that a week out in advance. So I do recommend BetterHelp and Annie. So, all right. Bye bye.
Hi there. I've been using BetterHelp with my counselor, Lauren Ball, for I think the better part of about 2 years now. It's hard for me to even think back to the beginning to remember how long it's been because I honestly can't recall how I ever got along without it, really. It's been such a huge part of my life. It has really helped me just put myself together and really develop a system and a routine and change my whole way of thinking that's helped kind of move me forward in a really positive way. There have been a lot of positive outcomes for me from relationships to my job and my work. And I just feel like the process of writing, especially that BetterHelp offers, of getting my thoughts onto the page, in and of itself is incredibly useful to me. And the fact that I get a response back from a counselor who's intelligent and intuitive and compassionate and supportive, someone outside of my life who I feel like is rooting for me and helping me along the way, that's just a cherry on top, really, of the whole process. So I recommend it to my friends all the time. I talk really highly about BetterHelp and the whole system that they have going on. It's really easy to use. It's super user friendly. Their customer service has been great. Anytime I've had to interact with them, they've always gotten back to me in a pretty timely fashion and have addressed my concerns about as well as I could have possibly hoped. So can't say enough about the service, about my counselor, Lauren Ball in particular too. She's been excellent for me, and I highly recommend giving it a try. I think they have a 2-week trial period. That's how I started, and I got hooked right away. Again, just being able to get your thoughts down onto paper, get my thoughts down onto paper, digital paper, whenever I wanted, and not having to wait for an appointment or show up to a specific time, has been I can't say enough about it. Just been incredible for my life. So hope you give it a try.
Hi, my name is Destiny Watford, and I am a patient of Dr. Godfrey, and she is kind of like the older, much wiser aunt that I always wanted, that has lots of advice to give and love to share. And I'm really happy to have her in my life and her advice. It's helped me so much already with the few sessions that we've had. So if you need help, she will be there for you, always. So just wanted to say that. And thank you, Dr. Godfrey.
I was really surprised at how well BetterHelp evaluated my initial application. And, I wasn't exactly sure how I would feel, with my first counselor. Maybe, it's not always the right fit at first, but so far my experience with the counselor I initially was given at BetterHelp, it's been great. She knows me, I feel like, already so well, and we've only actually had one video session, but she does communicate with me, in other ways. I can even, go online on my phone or on my computer and just send a quick text message or email, and she responds really quickly. So it's almost like having a friend who you can just kind of call on when you're in a moment of crisis, and they actually respond. And so far I'm super impressed with the technology that BetterHelp and help BetterHelp me could offer. I've never experienced anything like this. Usually I have to get in my car and drive 30 minutes to go see a counselor. And where I'm from, it's so desolate of an area. We don't really have any help like this available readily. So BetterHelp Me was definitely the best choice for me in this time of need and doubt in myself. And yeah, I can't wait to keep going.
I came across BetterHelp on Instagram. Um, I was following one of the celebrities that I like, and she is the one that introduced me to BetterHelp. She had looked up some things, trying to find ways to help her fans who are struggling with anxiety, depression, things like that. And I finally realized it was time to just at least try. So initially I was a little nervous, and once I met my counselor, he was very understanding, he was patient, and he was willing to work with me. Initially I was nervous about having video sessions and actually talking, so we took baby steps, and he was okay with us just chatting a little bit back and forth, and now we video chat every week, and it feels great. It feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and I love my counselor. He's so helpful, and I'm so thankful to have met him. Honestly, I am.
Hi, I'm Tara, and Erin is my counselor on BetterHelp. I came to BetterHelp with the intention of finding a therapist that really matched me without having to leave my house. Based on BetterHelp's questionnaire, I was placed with Erin right away, and I was very happy with this match. Therapy can be one of the most important things in anyone's life, no matter what we do. She's a really good listener, which is absolutely wonderful to have in a therapist, of course, but she's also deeply insightful and very open-minded, so I really feel comfortable talking to her about anything. Erin makes herself available through our regular video chats each week, and she also reaches out to me via text within the BetterHelp app, and that just makes me feel comfortable, because I feel that when I have different thoughts throughout the week, or when I'm dealing with situations that maybe we've worked on together and discussed, I really have a place to just put those thoughts so that she's aware of them, and I feel that this openness really supports my own process. I'm so super grateful to you, Erin, so thank you.
Hi, my name is Andrea. Chelsea is my therapist here at BetterHelp, and I am extremely happy with the results that I am getting with her. I thought when I tried this before, I had someone who just kind of copy and pasted the answers to my questions and didn't really understand anything that I was trying to say. Chelsea has really taken the time to understand why I'm here, what I need. She's very respectful. She doesn't judge. And that is a huge reason why I was able to pay the amount of money that BetterHelp requests. It is kind of expensive, but I was able to get financial assistance, and it is definitely worth it. It's the first time I've taken an active role in my therapy, and I owe a lot of that to Chelsea and BetterHelp. I would highly recommend BetterHelp to anybody who thinks that they can't find anybody, because BetterHelp will help for sure.
I just want to thank Valerie for all of her help so far. We've just started a journey of trying to help me move forward with some issues, and I just really appreciate all of her time spent, her availability, and her kind demeanor throughout all of this for me.
Sarah's very optimistic and is a great listener. She can really listen to you very carefully and really understand what is going on with you in such a way that allows her to work with you to make positive changes. And I found that she has been a great counselor to me.
Hi, my name's Latoya Williams, and I have been with BetterHelp for about a month now. My first experience with my first counselor wasn't great, but since I have been talking to Ben, Ben's been a really great counselor. He's helped me out with some of the disorganized thinking that I've had and fears and dealing with things from my past and present. Anyway, just wanted to let everybody know that BetterHelp's a really good service, that if you pair up with the right counselor, just like in real life, that they can be pretty active to, helping you out and providing solid counseling services. Anyway, this is just my experience, and I would encourage other people to go out there and give it a shot. Thanks. Bye.
I've really enjoyed the time that I've spent with Lisa. She's been nothing but helpful and professional. She's helped me work through a lot of problems.
Working with Lauren as a therapist has really helped my anxiety as a whole. She's patient. She really listens to you, considers what is your different type of anxiety, because people with anxiety know we all have different types. She works with you, she gives you ideas, she checks on you every day with a new question to help you continue towards healing. She works around the clock. She's an amazing person and is really willing to work with all of our schedules. I love having her as my therapist, and I couldn't imagine anyone else helping me the way she does. She's incredible.
Hi, I just wanted to share my experience with BetterHelp and Lori. I have seen therapists in person on and off since university. I found that it was pretty helpful, but the problem was that when I saw a therapist, sometimes it would be weeks between sessions. It was really expensive. Sometimes it was just really hard to fit in my. I found that it was hard to keep up with it. I often felt like by the time I saw the therapist in person, it was hard to even remember what I wanted to talk about. But with BetterHelp and with Lori, it's very easy for me to just, if I'm thinking of something that's bothering me, I can pick up my phone, I can go to my computer, I can type it out. It's really easy to fit into my schedule. And not only that, I feel like as soon as I have something that's going on in my life, I can immediately write to Lori and I can get feedback that day or the next day. And it's really good feedback. And since I started seeing Lori through BetterHelp, I feel like I haven't been relying on my husband or my friends to kind of be my therapist. I'm able to go to her, and she's that really caring but also very objective person to help me work through my issues. And since seeing her, my anxiety and depression have been worlds better, and my negative that had been trouble. Nothing's perfect, but it's a work in process, and I'm a work in process. But thanks to BetterHelp, I really feel like she's helping me. Lori's helping me work through that process, and I'm getting better every day. Thank you so much.
So working with Karen on BetterHelp has been amazing. She's helped me a lot in the little time that we've been working together, and she's always willing to listen, always willing to help, and she seems to have a pretty good sense of humor. So I definitely recommend her and the site to anybody that needs somebody to talk to.
Hi, I'm providing a review of BetterHelp. I saw an ad for BetterHelp on a bus stop in New York City. I didn't think that it would apply for my specific needs, but I gave it a chance. I just had my first session, and I did feel as if the social worker that I spoke with was able to address my questions in real time, which is very important to me because, carving out time to speak with a therapist is kind of difficult for me as a working professional. I also feel as though the amount that I pay for the therapy is reasonable. If I were to see a therapist in a practice, I'd probably be spending about $115 per session. And I really feel like this is beneficial for me because I can text message her, I can video chat with her, and I can continue to have the conversation to better my overall mental health. And I just want to thank her for the time that she has given me. So that's my overall advice for anybody that's hesitant to do online counseling. I think come on board, and hopefully you'll enjoy the experience as much as I have. Thumbs up.
Roman has been a very helpful counselor to me thus far. He's responded to my messages in a timely manner, and we've made some progress in getting to know each other, and he's been helpful in listening to my problems and suggesting some tangible approaches that I could use. And I'm very hopeful for the remainder of the sessions. Overall, Roman has been a pretty good counselor thus far.
I've been working with Richard for several weeks now, and he really has been extraordinarily helpful with the situations I was going through. I had sort of convinced myself that I was having these problems, and Richard basically told me that I just needed to focus on the solutions rather than just convince myself I had these problems, and his solutions have been extraordinarily helpful and extremely practical. And he's very organized and sort of illustrates how he does things as a model for how I could do, sort of how I could adapt the same types of strategies for my life. And it's even beyond the issues I was having. I feel like I have better strategies for time management and for just general organization. And I am extraordinarily grateful for him. And I would absolutely recommend him to anyone for even just general time management counseling, as he is certainly an expert.
Lakeisha has been so understanding and kind in helping me grow as a person. I feel like she really cares about me.
I am about 3 weeks into BetterHelp online therapy. I am now beginning to feel like it is helping. My therapist has been great. She's always been very responsive. She's listened to what I've been feeling. I deal with a lot of anxiety, and she's really listened to get down to the root of it. And she offered quite a few suggestions and was very helpful. As a person who has a lot of anxiety, you feel like there is no solution and you don't really see it getting better. She'll offer something positive and you somehow know a way to turn it negative. But recently this week she offered me an exercise which I feel like has been really great. I've practiced it a few times and it really brought me back to the present, and I see it being something that I will use and continue to use, and I see it actually making a difference now. So I like it. I like online therapy. I like BetterHelp has been great. They've been very good about making sure you're happy with your counselor. The communications are great. Responses are great. You can always switch your counselor. It's worth a try.
Joan's been an amazing counselor. She's helped me so much. I wouldn't be where I am right now without her help. I love that she gives you articles to read or ask you to write a letter or also to draw a picture to help get through what you're going through. She uses so many different resources that she has at her disposal to help you get through what you're going through. And she's been amazing the whole time. She's been an amazing counselor. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be without her help. She's just been really good. She makes you feel very welcomed. She's very patient. She doesn't judge. She's just really, really good, amazing listener as well. I would definitely recommend her as a counselor therapist. Definitely. She's been great.
I've been working with Toby for around a year now, and Toby is an amazing therapist. She is really good at helping you set goals that are achievable and really keeping you focused on meeting those goals. Toby is very patient, and she is very gentle. She's also very real. She will push you when you need to be pushed, but not too far. She is just an all-around awesome support to have on your team. So I recommend Toby to anybody who is thinking about starting online counseling. She makes the process very easy, and it feels very natural, and I wouldn't do things differently ever again. And that's about it.
Hi there. So yeah, I did BetterHelp now for 1 month. It was really nice. I have a good experience with it because I have a very busy schedule, and yeah, it makes it easy to plan it in. You can also pick a person that you really vibe with. It's a really, really good service. It's very handy. It's also international, which is also wonderful if you're moving from country to country. So highly recommend it.
Hi, my name is Destiny, and I came to BetterHelp so I could get help with my anxiety, self-esteem, and help in my marriage. Julie has been great. She completely understands what I am trying to tell her at all times. She understands that I am a very busy person, and that is another reason I chose BetterHelp. And so not only do we talk through messaging, but she sends me worksheets that I can complete at my own pace and send back to her. And I just feel like it's really starting to help me, and I'd recommend it to anyone else. Thank you.
So this is an updated review. It's been about 5 months that I've been working with Christina now. I can see a huge difference in controlling my negative thoughts, how I react to things, just my general way of thinking. It's like compared to when I first went to her. I've never had this progress with a therapist before, and it has really just raised a certain self-awareness in me that I never thought I'd be able to reach, and I'm so thankful for her, and I recommend anybody to give her a try.
BetterHelp has been helpful because I can do it on my time with my weird work schedule, and it's also much more affordable than like weekly counseling. And yeah, it's been a great help so far.
My name is Shelby. I have been working with Dr. Johnson for I think a little over a month, and I definitely feel very, very different. I feel like on a day-to-day basis, I'm handling everything that used to terrify me. I used to be very apprehensive about therapy because I don't really like talking about my feelings. I'm a person that bottles everything up, and talking with Dr. Johnson has really helped me a lot because she's just very easygoing, and she is very helpful, and she has never made me feel like she's forcing me to talk, which that was always something that I was scared of, was that I would go into therapy and they would just like force me to talk about stuff, and then I would spend the entire time crying. And so it's very, very nice to have what actually feels like a relationship and a bond with her, because I trust her enough to tell her things that I wouldn't tell a lot of people. and she's helped me through trauma and just helped me with my relationships with my family and just helped me understand more about myself and my depression and everything. And she's also really helped me with an eating disorder and just everything from why I'm upset at work to trauma from a sexual abuse. And I really appreciate that I feel like I can go to her and talk to her about anything. So I would definitely recommend her. And I would recommend BetterHelp because I feel like it's an affordable plan, and I have, 24/7 access to everything that Dr. Johnson has ever said to me. And I definitely go back and reread things that she said and, go back through what she told me to journal. And it's really helping me. And I think it's really changed my perception of what I believe therapy was, because everybody thinks you're supposed to just have this big moment where everything is just making sense. But it's little changes every day. And I really appreciate Dr. Johnson for helping me with that.